T minus 10, 9, 8. It's up there somewhere. 1. Launch. Nope. Launching to rendezvous, it says. I should probably have clicked engage autopilot. Giddy, I don't have a Yorkshire Tea sponsorship. They sent me a Yorkshire Tea care package which has a load of different teas in it, which is what I've got. I've just got Mrs. Squirrel to go and raid that box right now, because I remember we've got that box of tea bags. Wow, that's a heck of a wait. Finster, thank you very much for subbing, Finster. Welcome to the new house. That's pretty vertical. Is it literally going to intercept like a dart? Oh, it's doing a gravity turn now. There we go. Oh my god, it's missed by a long way. What on earth is that? Dude, you're not even close. What are you doing? This is madness. What's he doing? Is that the weird 27-degree thing I saw? I have no clue what it's trying to do right now. We'll leave it, see if it's doing some crazy mad thing. I don't know, Impers. Genuinely don't know. I can see it trying to... It's gone way too high though. Like, why didn't he just... Oh, is it because I set orbital altitude 90k? That's what it's done. It's gone for a 90k orbit. It was supposed to go for an intercept. No, that's nonsense. We don't need 90k, do we? Let's try some different settings. If we tell it 40k, orbital incline 3 degrees below, launch to run. What's this 27-degree thing? This is what I don't get. What's this? Launch to rendezvous 27.3 degrees. What does that mean? Is that the target's inclination? I don't think so, because it says up here, the inclination is 3.2 degrees below the current latitude. Unless 27 degrees means that's how far we are from the orbit. Launch into plane of target. Could go for that instead and then rendezvous. You could try that. Launch into a 0-degree plane and then circularize maybe? I don't quite understand this number. Andy225, have a good one. Have a good day at work. Insufficient. What's it doing? entirely sure what it just did. OG. Recently got a kidney transplant, still coming to the hospital daily. Love the Squirrel vids. Really help pass the time. Dude, best wishes to you, mate. I hope things go well. Happy to help. Anonymous Moose, thank you for gifting sub to OG. Okay, at least it's trying to grow into the right. No, it's not. I don't know what it's doing. It's kind of weird. It seems like it's quite a vertical orbit. I would have thought it was pushing out this way a lot sooner. Like it's going to hit 30k real quick. Force roll on AOA limits. Maybe the AOA limit. I'm not sure about the force roll. AOA probably helped. So as it stands, that's going to put us in a very strange... You're stopping it from being able to roll beyond 90 degrees. So if we turn off the angle of attack limit, the roll is just that, so it doesn't really affect it. Don't need that. Orbital incline. I'll just say launch into current, and we'll change the incline later. We can try this again. Let's try it. Launch into rendezvous. Engage. Let's see what happens. Let's see what it does. Wait, what was that? Did I just see it jump? What the heck? That's really odd. It like jumped like it wanted to take off, but then didn't. It's just that you've let that stand for a while, I can tell. Yeah. Distracted. Speed's not limited, it's just full. It's on full throttle. Return the chroma keyed mug. What do you mean? She does it all the time, McGregor. I told you, she goes to make a cup of tea and then you just won't see her. Yeah, do you want a cup of tea? Yeah. And then 10 minutes later, no cup of tea. This is what I'm saying. That tea is not hot. That tea is just this side of drinkable hot. On the bright side, it isn't molten. That's very true. It is definitely not molten. This is not an efficient circularization. It's not bad, but it's not great. Huh? Yeah. Bless her. I asked her if she had any cookies and she went no, then came back with some cookies. And then when she came back with cookies, she said, "Would you like a molten tea?" And I went, "Yeah." Which makes me think she's listening to me in the kitchen. There's no way she'd have used the words molten tea unless she heard me say that. Busted indeed, yeah. Let's try these. They're fresh. They're definitely. I thought they'd be a bit soft, but they're not. Next node in one day. That could take a while. What do you mean, Genesis? I don't understand the question. I might have to use a Kerbal alarm clock and switch over to Kerbal. That's going to take too long. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's better. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, dear. Yeah, a nice hot cup of tea. Have you done any interplanetary stuff? What do you mean? Right, I need to jump forward about 5 hours. Wait, that's gone down from a day to 5 hours. Oh, wait a minute. I can accelerate past 4 times. Lol, nerdy Drew. A button on my stream deck. Sends her a text message. Can I have a cup of tea? Oh, not another dark side intercept. Give me a break. Well, the autopilot is basically waiting for our 2 orbits. So what happens in a Hohmann transfer is you're either at a lower or higher orbit, and the bigger the difference, the quicker you'll intercept each other. Because otherwise you're traveling around, the moon at roughly the same speed. Whereas if you're in a different orbit, you're traveling at different speeds. And the greater the difference, the greater the speed difference, and therefore the quicker you'll intercept. Because I'm only at like 15k difference. It takes ages for it to intercept. So that's what it was doing. So now, looks like we're going for a light side intercept this time. Right, what's the closest? 7.8, nice. Tagarung, I've only ever been to Bath once in my life. I'm not from there. What you meant is, are you going to travel further into space away from Kerbin? Yeah. This is why I'm building the fuel station, so we can do that. Really? Don't have any action groups for this thing. Really? Now, it's one of the... It's either that side or that side we need to go. The auto gear options green button next to it. Oh, this one. Thank you. Can an engineer attach some coloured nav lights so that you know which side of the docking port you need? I've got nav lights on that thing, but you can't see them. And even if you could see them, from here you can't click on anything. Like that now, I can inspect that. Just about. Clampetron docking port. That's the one we want. Fine, Solon, welcome. Yeah, they're the pieces of strut. Just orbiting the moon, waiting for me to hit them. Which will happen at some point. Shepin loves piloting this thing. Mistakes were made. To be fair, that was not a mistake on my part, really. Oh, it's a good cup of tea, that. You got Yorkshire tea, it's hard to go back, you know? Yeah, you can do it manually. It saves some RCS fuel. It's just a bit faff. What we're doing, this is the fuel transfer vehicle. So it just loaded up on fuel from the moon. And now it's bringing the fuel to the station that's orbiting around the moon. Like so. And then we empty the tanks. See how much fuel we can nick. It would take a few runs to fill all these up. There's a lot of fuel tanks here. You set up contracts to space trucks to handle those things. I wish. Imagine. Sadly not. So that one's full. That one's full. That one is. That one is. There's one down here. There's quite a bit of fuel on board now. What's up with the solar? Oh, God. Kerbal physics. I don't know. It's perfectly fine, but Kerbal space program. Who knows? Yeah, it's just decided to break my solar array for no reason. I don't know. There's just nothing in theory wrong with it. It's sat on the hinge, but Kerbal physics has gone meh. There's nothing strutting to it. There's no reason why it should do that. Maybe when we come back later, it'll be fine. How much fuel have we got in here? So we can leave about... I reckon we can leave about 200 in this tank, in each of them, and still get back. Can you use electricity as a fuel? No. You can use xenon gas with electricity as a propulsion system. With charged particles, you can do that. Is there a way to lock the hinge so it can't move? Well, how? I don't know. This whole thing's spinning. Well, you know how the nose cone of the rover got bent? I'm kind of hoping that when we come back to this, the physics initializes and it's fine again. Is what I'm hoping. Do you think in the near future that Elon Musk will be able to have satellite that is fueled by just solar? Satellite that's fueled by solar? Satellites are powered by solar. I'm not sure what you mean by fueled by solar. Like, I'm not really sure what you mean. Like, you can't use just electricity as a propulsion system. It doesn't work. You can't in space. In space you haven't got anything to push off. Yeah? So you need something that goes some physical matter that goes the other way to push you that way. That's equal and opposite. That's literally what you have to do. So if you just have electricity, you can't generate matter and throw it out the side, if you see what I mean. So you can't use it as a propulsion system. You have to have something else. Which is why the ion drives use charged particles. They basically throw charged particles in one direction and the equal and opposite reaction pushes them the other way. What about rotating wheels? That the Magnus effect will push you forward. I don't think anybody's harnessed that properly yet. Yeah, but you know, if you've got any significant weight satellite, trying to push that with light is going to get very interesting. Forgot what I was up to here. Right, what have we got? Empty, empty. 500. 500. It's about 1,000, so we'll nick a little bit more. Oh, stop bugging out, you stupid game. Space travel's not as easy as you think. Right. So we've got all that. What I want to do now is chuck all of this. Can you please stop? Stop rotating. Right, what I'm going to do is chuck all the fuel into the center tank. And then we can see what we've got. Wait, what's the rest of it? There it is. I thought something was gone mad then. There's a lot of space. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, 844. That should equate to enough delta V, but we're going to save it. Look at that solar panel still doing weird things. Let's see. Manchester fueling docked. Number 2. What's the option to disconnect? Undock. $1,000 delta V. Okay, that's a lot more than I thought we'd have. I think this is Is this confused or this is me? We're in orbit, we've clicked on retrograde, and we're basically pointing normal to the planet. Oh, I know what it is. It's because the docking port. Yep, it's the old control from here thing. Let's get a little bit of distance away from that. Nice space station, yeah, apart from the broken solar panel. $537 meters per second we're doing. That's quite quick. On the station, try reducing the torque on the hinges. Alright, give it a whirl in a bit. Yeah, I think it'll snap back at some point. It's just doing weird stuff. We're going in. Mickey, have a good day. And we're down. Okay. Interesting view. I take it something's getting quite hot right now. I don't like the way they're flashing red. Let's get some fuel on it. No, the red flashing is because they're getting hot. Basically, we're generating a lot of heat right now. I think it's because we're generating propellant as well as locks, so I think we'll just turn that off. And I forgot to unload the RCS tanks into the fuel station. GG. Mistakes were made. Watch the temperature gauges on what exactly, Butler? Yeah, it looks like they've overheated and damaged on the ground, I think. I think physics has happened. How long did it take me to calm down after missing the race? About 3 hours. Oh, we've got fuel here as well. Scambaggery. Cooling 99%. DPH, thanks for 22 months. It's that time again. Join your stream after a busy day at McDonald's. Welcome back. At least you got snooker out of it. Well, yeah. Can't gain back all the time I spent that week practicing, though, can I? All the hours and hours of practice I put in. Not to mention looking forward to it for the best part of a year. Only to be scuppered by 5 minutes. I mean, it still burns. It's our lack of knowledge of the registration process. It won't happen again. That's taking its time cooling down. Is that red because it's still very hot? Okay, let's disarm. It's supposed to get red. What, because it's hot or? Looks like a mosquito. You've seen some scary mosquitoes, man. Is that the damage line? That's temperature. All right, so they're slowly cooling off then. That's good. What's your country, Genesis? Brazil. And now we can have fun transferring fuel. Okay, why can't I transfer fuel? Yeah, Pyroblast, I was on it last week. Wasn't I making videos? There we go. Oh, come on, Kerbal. Really? This is so buggy. If you keep this pen, this is so bugged. Like, you keep it pinned right, you open this, you transfer fuel. Then you open the next one. I think you have to get rid of this window first. And then it works. No, it doesn't. I don't know. I don't get it. You have to reopen it again. And then it'll transfer. It's just bugged. Yeah, we're docked. It's just really, really buggy. You want to let us reviewers who plays the game for 1,000 hours but gets a thumb down to bugs? I wouldn't write reviews like that. I'm not one of those people. I just find myself kind of wondering how the heck the people who made the game didn't find the bug and fix it. I think this thing needs like 6 or 8 wheels. The problem is, though, with all the wheels on it, you'd have nowhere for all the equipment to sort of pop out. Well, didn't with KSP2, didn't the, was it like half the development team got changed or something? Something like that. There is something going on with KSP2. How did yesterday's race go, Dill? Funny you should ask. We didn't lose any IR and we didn't lose any safety rating. That's the best we can say about that. KSP2 was moved to a different developer. That's not a good sign. It's not a good sign at all, is it? It's the same people under a new name. Oh, was that... Hang on, was that where they got hired under a different contract? Like there was some real shenanigans going on. Yeah, I think Take-Two bought it or something and then forced everybody onto new contracts and a sort of a sign this or don't work here anymore. That kind of a deal. And because they did it under a new company, they don't have any rights under the old company. It was a bit dodgy, if I remember. Private Division is part of Take-Two. Yeah, I think it was something like that. Forced contracts. It's coming back to me now. Content they're showing's looking really good. My main worry with KSP2 is that they dumb it down. That's my big worry. You see, KSP is fundamentally like a true indie game in that it doesn't try to be anything that it isn't. It doesn't try to hold your hand. It doesn't try to pull any punches. It just goes, look, this is difficult. Deal with it. Like, you know what I mean? That's what it does. What I don't want KSP2 to be like is you get this studio that just goes, let's try and make it a bit easy for everyone. Let's just dumb it all down. Let's make it all look really amazing and appeal to more people. And in order to appeal to more people, you basically have to dumb it down. And if they do that, KSP won't be KSP anymore. It'll go from being an orbital space simulation to being an everyman's kind of... Which I genuinely think they might do that. Because if Take-Two will want a big audience, like they'll want a lot of sales. They'll be thinking big. That's what Take-Two do. Let's take this game and just bring it to the masses. We'll sell millions. You know, that kind of an approach. And to do that, I can't see you staying this difficult. I just can't see it happening. A space Minecraft. I mean, you jest, but I think that's the real danger with KSP2. Just install MechJeb if you want it dumbed down. Well, that's not the approach they'll take. Unless they build in a lot of autopilot systems. Like, I don't mind if they do that. If you've got the same level of detail and difficulty in the game now, but they kind of layer it on top with stuff that helps people, that's fine. As long as you can strip it back and go from arcade back to simulation. Hey, Hannah. It's bent my nose again, can you see that? Well, it could happen, mate. If they do a bad enough job. If they do a bad enough job, it'll be like Godfather 3, you know? The sequel that nobody wants to just pretend never happened. Was it like Aliens 3 as well? Was it Aliens 4? Which was the really bad one? Was it 3 that kept getting rewritten? It's really bad. like halfway through, they just ripped up the script and started again because it was so bad. If they do that, then yeah, rip. Look at how they watered down the Civilization series. To be fair, I never played Civ after 5 much anyway, so I don't really know what they did. Alien 3 was the prison plant, 4 was the space station with the clone. Yeah, I think 4 was the one then. 3 wasn't great, but 4 was just a travesty. The one with the guy from the Tetley Tea adverts. The bald guy from the Tetley Tea adverts, if you remember him. English actor. And he was like in charge of the prison and stuff. That was nasty, that one. Did you really just move fuel from there to that, you scumbag? How much you'd rank the Alien from best to worst? Me? I think Alien was a really... I mean, you've got to remember about Alien was when it was made. I mean, that's what makes a movie so quite remarkable. You know, Alien 1 was, for its time, just a really, really good sci-fi. Alien 2 was, I think, even more enjoyable. And I really look forward to it carrying on, you know, but... I mean, when we got to Alien versus Predator, I was like, guys, what are we doing here? Like, who thought of this? Hey, why don't we take the Predator and pretend like they hunted the aliens? Come on. You love it? Oh, God. It's not the sci-fi I want to see, put it that way. That's just more straight kind of combat sci-fi.